Alrighty everyone, it is currently Saturday night and tomorrow I will be going on my first, what I would call a long hike. So tomorrow I'm doing 8.5 miles in Pinnacles National Park. So yeah, it's exciting. I got my bag all packed. The bag is around 22 pounds right now. So I don't really need it to be that heavy. I could take a bunch of stuff out, but I'm kind of leaving it in there more so to get a gauge on how that's gonna feel. Because if I do want to do a truly long hike later on in the summer, I need to make sure that I'm kind of accustomed to it, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, we're doing that. Bringing lunch out there. It's like two hour drive, so it'll probably take up most of the day. But I'm hoping I can just eat breakfast here and dinner here, and then just lunch on the trail, and that will be good. But I'll let you guys know more about the prep tomorrow. Till then, 7 a.m. All right, it is 7:27. Just left the house. Getting ready to head out. It's about a 2-hour drive, so I should get there by 9:30, which was my goal, which is good. On the drive, got some caffeine, and then this is a Gator, or well, this is water with some hydration stuff in it. So I'm expecting it to be kind of hot, so I want to make sure I have enough electrolytes and such. We'll see you on the trail. All right, we have officially made it. It is 12:48, not 12:48, 9:48. So a little bit later than I wanted to be here, but there's plenty of parking. It's a beautiful 78 out. It's definitely going to get hotter. So I'm gonna do the hardest part of the hike first, and then the second part will be like less hot, lower elevation changes, and in a cave as well, which will be cool. So I'm gonna put some sunscreen on and then head out. Great views from the parking lot already. And then this is the trailhead, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the all trails and get boogieing. Great views over here. Some cool rock formations, even back that way. And then the way we're going, yeah, it's pretty beautiful. Definitely the best viewpoint I've seen so far. Alright, just had to stop and put some tape on a little blister that I had forming. Hopefully that stops it from getting worse. We're getting up there. I think this is like the view they have on the website. Lizard cam. Lizard cam. Lizard cam. Lizard cam. Dude, you gotta get out of the trail. I've officially reached the top. Or I guess you could say the pinnacle. Yeah, it's hot though. I'm gonna eat my lunch and then we will keep going. I have good views this way too, because I'm at the top, other than that rock. Alright, this is not the most comfortable seat ever, but that's alright. It's lunchtime. So I got my lunch out here. But before I eat, first thing I gotta do is refill my water. So I did bring my secondary bottle on this hike, this one. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to take my Camelback out. It's still pretty full, but fill it back up, top it up anyway. Okay, trying not to get water absolutely everywhere. Alright, so the Camelback is now full. Let me put that back in there. Try and drink the rest of this with my lunch. Liquid IV into my water for hydration purposes.
is ika karage, which I think is squid. Good though. Fried and salty. Exactly what you want on a hike. The other thing I have, chicken katsu sandos. Oh yeah. These are gonna be really good. Really good. And then lastly for dessert, I got some assorted flavors of mochi. This should be around like 1,200 to 1,500 calories, which is good because I'm definitely gonna need it for the rest of this hike. I think I'm only like 1.5 miles, 2 miles in, but I did all the hard climbing, so it's all downhill from here, hopefully. It's getting hot up there, so I paused my lunch. I'm gonna walk until I find some place with a decent amount of shade. Also discovered I have 2 lovely blisters on the back of my heel already, so it's gonna make a fun rest of the walk. I taped them, but I mean, that's not gonna do much. It might prevent them from tearing, which is useful, but it's not gonna do too much. This little view of the other side looks pretty good. Nice shady area. I think we're gonna finish lunch in there. Alright, I was getting a little warm back there, so I took a little break here in the shade. Feeling a lot better. Stomach's still a little, it's a little too hot to be eating fried stuff. And I probably should have thought of that beforehand, but but that's alright. Not feeling too bad. Might sit here another minute and then hit the trail again. You can actually see where we started from. Way down there. Way down there. A couple birds over here. And this trail is supposed to have like California condors, which are super rare. I don't know if you can see them. So I don't know if that's what this thing is. Oh wait, there's one in the tree over there. Oh, there's a couple in that tree over there. There's 3 in this tree right here. I think those are California condors. It's hard to tell though. What am I, a birdologist? We've gotten to the really hot open area. We're just sat on the side of the cliff. It is even hotter than it was up on the top. And then down that way, there's another parking lot that this trail loops up with, so I can go to the bathroom there and I'll probably cool off a little bit in the shade. Beautiful plants, great view over the valley. I gotta get down there though, because I gotta pee. Alright, I reached the other side of the park, so I'm currently at a different kind of trailhead. This is actually the management area, but nice shady bench to rest on, so I'm gonna chill here. Probably finally finish my lunch. My stomach's feeling a lot better. Drink a little bit of water, cool down, and probably get going again in like 15 minutes. My blisters have not popped, which is good, so the tape is doing its job. They still hurt, but we'll get through it. Alright, I'm about to get back on the trail here, and I'm right at 6 miles according to Strava, so theoretically that means I only have 2.5 more miles to go. I do think that 2.5 is going to turn into 3.5 though, just based on like the distance I can see on the map, but hopefully not too much vertical left. It should just be more of a straight shot. I think we're going to be following a valley and like going into a cave and stuff, so should be a little easier and hopefully less hot. Alright, just got back on the road. Looks like we're going to walk along this nice wash. It's very dry. Clearly has not flooded here in a couple months. Still following the wash, although now it's turned into more of a creek. It's only, 5 feet wide. But I think we're about to come up on the caves in just a second. I'm really feeling the blisters at this point. I'm glad that we are almost to the end. Alright, we're getting close. We're starting to go into some forest. Now here, this is like a different stream that looks like it might actually have had some water recently. Maybe it still has some. But we're getting close. We're up here somewhere. A really fat fucking squirrel thinks I don't see him. But I do see him. Alright, what are you doing? Oh! I think we're getting close. That's beautiful. Came in the entrance, and then here, oh, it gets real dark. Luckily, I have, oh, I don't actually know which way to go though. Should I go up there? I don't think I go up there. Try up there. That's cool. Alright, I think the exit's right out this way. I feel like I'm like in the descent. That's a crazy pull for found footage movies, by the way. Okay, the hardest thing about this is just not hitting my damn head. Alright, the exit's right there, so come out to this cool area, but it looks like it keeps going. So we're gonna keep going. I don't think that's the right way, because that just looks like it goes down to nothing. So let's try this way. This looks like it at least goes somewhere. This is really cool. It's like a boulder stuck here. What is that? Yeah, look, this whole thing is just full of boulders. Ah, I gotta squat down for this one. Okay. I don't even really need the headlamp for this part. It's just decorative to get me in the mood. Okay, I gotta be careful here. It gets a little bit thin. Oh, there's a nice breeze going on right now. This is great. Ow. Oh, I feel like I'm in fucking Tomb Raider. Squeezing through all these like stupid narrow gaps. Alright. I suppose we've escaped the worst of it. A cool little passageway to walk through. It's nice, all these big rocks are very cool. It's probably like 20 degrees cooler than it was on that mountain. Open back up, we're getting close to the parking lot. I made it back to the parking lot, thank God. My legs are definitely feeling it. Alright, so before I get to the review, I went almost 10 whole miles, and it's 3 o'clock now, so I did it in right around, oh God, what is that? 5.5 hours. So I don't know where I went off track. It's supposed to be 8.4 or 8.6, and I ended up at almost 10. But is what it is. The good, my hydration was really, really good. I peed like 3 times before, during, and after the hike, which means like the water was good. I only ran out of water in the last 10 minutes of the hike, so it seems like my backup bottle plus my Camelback is a good amount of water. I was worried about my toe getting hurt, and my toe did not get hurt. The steel inserts I got for the shoes did definitely keep my toe from being injured. The bad, those same steel inserts gave me horrific blisters on both of my heels, which was not fun. Hurts like hell, and is gonna probably take a whole week to heal. Oh, the other bad thing is I had good hydration, but I did not manage my heat well. It was pretty hot up there on the top, and for some reason I chose to eat lunch like directly in the sun, and then I ended up like kind of overheating a little bit right after that for, you know, obvious reasons. I will not be doing that again. It's not fun. But luckily I just sat in the shade for like 10 minutes and I was fine. And overall, we'll see how I'm kind of feeling tomorrow, see how my body's feeling. But I feel like that was within my capabilities, especially if I had dealt with the blisters, if I had some hydrocolloid band-aids, or whatever they're called. Like, I don't think this would have been a too hard hike. For the rating, this was a pretty cool hike, you know, big peak, good views. The trail itself was really cool. I didn't film a lot of it because it was like I needed both hands to kind of climb and stuff. But like, really cool trail. There were a couple parts that were like a little boring, like walking down the hill to the second campsite, not the one I parked at, but the other one. That was like that was pretty boring, pretty bad. And that was like 3 whole miles. So that wasn't great. And then the last little walk going from the other campsite to here, back to here, it was just okay. It was a nice little wash walk. And the cave was pretty cool, but it wasn't very big. And like, I busted out my whole headlamp and I only needed it for like 10 seconds. So overall, I think this probably deserves a 3.5 out of 5. And I mean, I'm very harsh with my grading, so that is a good score. But alrighty, I need to go home and shower about 4 times because, as you can see, I'm wet, and this is not just sweat. This is sweat and sunscreen and bug spray. So yeah, and it's a 2-hour drive home, so I'm gonna definitely need my car detailed at some point. But yeah, overall, it's a fun time. I will definitely be learning for the future, and thank you for watching, I guess. Maybe.